Alright, so I'm starting the stream of today with the 4v forecast because I was casually observing this game a while ago and I found it, what should we say, interesting. This is Super Didi, she's a streamer as well, that's her, basically her Twitch nickname. So do check her out, she's teamed up with some friends here in an Arabia 4v4 with Sicilians, Saracens, Franks and Gurjaras here, so two pretty solid pocket civilizations, I guess. Big looks with the Franks, of course. Well, probably one of the best paladin and pocket civs in the game. And Didi with the Gurjaras with the camels to complement that. She's playing Gurjaras a lot. She likes those that civilization, apparently. But certainly a good civilization to play these days until they get nerfed a little bit. They just have all kinds of options to deal with different kinds of aggression. So it shouldn't take too long to get to the action here. I think we're looking at like the between 900 and 1100 1v1 elo range here, like roughly. So we have Yamon on the flank here with the Saracens, usually would go archers, and Nuban stock with the Sicilians flank, which is peculiar to me, but it's probably a reasoning for it. We'll see what happens over here. I did see an early loom getting taken as well, so actually not... Yeah, it's a good way to keep the villagers alive if the wars are a bit awkwardly placed, so why not? So limits the idle time a bit. As for the other team, we have more conventional civilizations, I'd say, on the flanks. We have Britons here, topside for Caesarial in the blue. And the Ethiopians for BTTTT. Let's just call him Grey for now. On the other flank. So that means that the Ethiopians player will benefit from not only the civilization bonus of faster firing archers, but also the Britain's team bonus of faster working, 20% faster working archery ranges. Already starting the wall of a bit here with a couple of houses. Maybe we'll see something like a Drush or Man at Arms opening here from the flank. Maybe a Drush crossbows play. The map looks like it would support that. But then again, we don't see Drushes as often at this elo level. In the pockets we have Havidouche with the Franks as well. In the teal here, so that's Frank's mirror in the pocket positions, and also a camel civilization actually, Tony Montana with the Hindustanis, which will have access to the imperial camels in the late game, which also have like the scout line units of the Hindustanis. And the camels, they both have bonus damage against buildings, so especially the imperial camel will melt buildings at a quick pace in the late game. Big looks bringing in some faraway sheep, but are those his geese? Where is he taking? Oh yeah, I guess it's Yamon sending them over. That's a good teammate right there, helping to collect the last few geese and send them in. Caesarial out with the early scouting here with the Britons. Probably just going to go straight archers, that's like quite common in team games. So we'll see where that ends up here. Nubenstock also out on the boat. I don't know why he's been scouting on Didi's side, but maybe he was just sending some sheep over Didi. Didi has 10 geese in the mill, so donating a couple of geese to the Gurjaras, that's a good teammate right there as well. Here's Nubenstock Scout, dangerously close to the Great TT, but dodging that for now, actually. Not too bad. Barely takes any damage and causes some serious idle time on the Ethiopian player's town center. That's a lot on wood for Yamon here. Everything on wood, no mill or anything. So what's the plan here? He's got lots of wood. And it's moving out. He has the scout close to the Britain's TC here. There's something creepy going on there. Oh, what's going on here? Nubenstock is also moving out to the sides. We don't have any Persians here. If you have Persians on flank, you kind of expect some kind of so-called Bush action, right? The TC drop, and Cecile must be wondering what the heck is going on here now. It's the villagers actually, but there's a great migration here from Grey, as Grey will also wonder what's going on here. Just moving out to scout to see what's going on. Yaman, what are you doing? Yaman apparently wants to TC drop the berries. Is he going to get trapped here? Don't tell me there's going to be a palisade gate here trapping all these villagers in. Oh, almost trapping 13 villagers there from Cecile. And now villager fighting before the TC has been dropped. There's still possible to drop a TC here. Sicilians building the TC over here. I don't think they construct the town center faster in the Dark Age. That's kind of negating the to limit the strength on Nomad for Sicilians, right? But yeah, TC's up. Nubian stock. Effectively TC dropping the Ethiopian player, so forcing the Grey player to stay at home, while their two pockets are just walling off and going to boom away and get back match stronger in the late game. Here we are with Yamon. Repairs the TC for a little bit. The Britain's player already in fuel age, which means that he could make some archers to deny further town center drops here. And also the Sicilian player Nubian stock over here. Did manage to get 4 villager kills, and Yabon didn't get any. But they're certainly keeping the archer flanked player at home. The problem is that also the pocket players are being allowed to boom freely, so I'm not too sure about the success rate of this strategy. As Yamon moves out with a couple of stray villagers, desperate for some food here, didn't take the mill at home, so he's building the mill forward instead to mill 2 deer off the Britain's player. Town center about to go down. I don't know why Cecile is still repairing. There's not really any reason for that. You'll eventually need to rebuild it anyway, probably. But a couple of archers are out, and you'd have to, as long as the TT targeting the other TT, you have to focus fire archers as they move close. But looks like Yamon made that work. Did kill off a few archers. So even if Yamon is idling big time here, and the idle TC time has been ticking away to 3 minutes 40 seconds, it's not going too bad here. Quite a bit of exposed economy here. What's Yamon going to do about Cecile's archer moving into the wood line of the orange player? It's not much to do about that except fight back with villagers. Fletching isn't in yet though, so it's not too easy for the villager to take this one out. But here come the scouts as well from Tony Montana. So Yamon is going to lose villagers, might even lose the town center here. Let's have a look at the Sicilians again. They managed to take out the town center of the Ethiopian player, who didn't really bother repairing here. You'll note that Miglux has made the scouts, but Super DD is just walling off at home and keeping the to keep the economy safe and to eventually go Castle Age here and make some camels probably. Doesn't look great for Nubian stock here. Did kill 7 villagers, but also lost one and is obviously still in the Dark Age. Now the woodline for Yamon desperately tried for some quick walls here, but now moves about to take the forward woodline at Cecile's base instead. Still scrambling to win that TC wars. Actually, is Cecile running out of wood here? Yeah, he's running out of wood because he's been making a few archers, so he's barely even able to repair anymore. That wood is being drained, so finally the Britain's TC might go down as well, which means that Cecile will need to keep collecting wood until it's going to be able to drop a new town center. Yamon, however, also completely out of wood and will be losing the town center here as well. And then what does the orange player do? How do you protect your villagers against blue's archers if you're not going to, if you don't have a TC to seek escape in either? There's barely any wood left for Yamon here. Manages to snipe 1 green scout, but will soon not be able to garrison anymore, so we'll have to fight off the Franks. Are they Franks? No, Hindustani scouts with villagers here, so good thing they weren't Franks. Frank scouts have extra hit points. So Nubian stock has sort of admitted defeat forward, I guess, just pulling some villagers back home to the base, but he's not being let in. Let me in! Let me in! But he's bringing the wildlife. That's probably why DDO doesn't want to let Nubian stock in here. The Jaguar is chasing the villagers. Two Jaguars! Nubelstock is Jaguar rushing his own teammate here. What is this? Why? It's like self-sabotage right here. Okay, what's Yamon's situation here? 22 villagers. About to lose the TC. 0 wood. 10 wood. Still trying for those repairs, but that TC is lost, and a double set of scouts will be making life very awkward for the orange player here. Defensive tower from BTT. Right on the TC spot of Doomstock. How is that even possible? I guess he dropped a new one, and Grey dropped a tower to try and deny that TC drop, but didn't quite succeed. So I suppose you could... Wait, how is this possible? The tower should have minimum range, but I guess you could still target the middle there. Oh, lots of scouts here. Yamon might not be able to wall this one out. And then what do? Nubastock lost 17 villagers. Yamon so far only lost 8, but is at 18 villagers total, and this is looking grim for the Great player as well. That's not to stop the Saracens from attempting another TC drop though, but Cecilia's villagers are on point, pulling the villagers to fight, got some help from teammate scouts as well. I suppose that TC will it ever even be built? Ay, 14 villagers dead for Yamon. He only got 1 kill here, so Tony Montana's team, let's call them that, they're surprisingly low in eco compared to the others here, but that must just mean that Miglux and Super DD are doing good work at establishing their economies as well. Miglux has 7 eco kills, so he has been raiding about with scouts. I've just been paying too much attention to the towns and the drops here. That's typical 4v4 things. Tower seems to be down for BTTT. I suppose Nubenstock pulled some villagers and took down the tower that way. I don't know what happened there. Did the villager die just randomly out of nowhere here? These villagers aren't working. They're at 0% worker efficiency. Look at this. They're barely even working the economies of these players. They're busy dropping town centers and making life tough for their opponents. Yamon is down to 10 villagers. And still insists on that TC drop, but look at the wood count. Yeah, he's been able to collect quite a bit of wood, and he has food access now with the berries as well. So maybe we'll see a little bit of villagers addition here. So no sign of any castle age from Miglux yet, but Miglux has a very healthy farming economy going here. 29 farms, nothing on gold yet, but we'll probably be queuing some builders to have a very strong castle age economy soon. Still, it's only the Franks player of the other team here that's in the castle age, dropping a 3rd stable, so we're going to see an extended knight play here for a while. Could be an issue, but looking at the wall situation here, it's not quite a team wall from DD and Miglux, but because they don't have access to each other's bases, but they're certainly safe, both of them. That's a lot of farms from Miglux here. He needs gold. He needs to get to the castle age and task some of the farmers to gold, maybe. Otherwise, he won't be able to queue many knights here. I guess he could sell some food for knights, but or for gold rather. So the double douche is still in effect. It's almost as if Nubenstock did BTTT a favor here, because now both the gold and the wood is covered. This is like watching Nomad, really. They have to relocate and get going. We have 2 players still in the Dark Age. Yamon is at 11 villagers. Still committing to repairs on that town center. But that wood is going to run out once again, and Yamon doesn't have any wood collect lumberjacks. So once that wood runs out, he won't be able to repair the TC anymore. We'll probably be losing even more villagers, because now Teal is in the castle age. He's going into quite a few pikemen for some reason. Maybe he's expecting the camels and knights from DD and Miglux here. So DD in fact has 8 camels out. She's adding some Shirivamsha riders as well, because she knows she's up against Arthur's civilizations here. second TC popping out of the gold field. Good TC securing that gold close to the hill here. So TC, we're queuing villagers from Yamon here, but 13 villagers only. Scout's still alive, surprisingly enough, in the middle of all this. But that TC will be going down. Look at the wood count. Hello, Didi. You made it. Speaking of Didi, she's here with some camels to deal with Hamidouche's scouts. That should be an easy cleanup. But she'd have to take care not to run into the pikeman though. This could be hurtful. This could be. I am famous. Yes, you're on TV. What's this? Who is this? This is Hindustani Scouts and Lightcap from Big Lux. He actually went into the Lightcap upgrade. Okay, so he's not really stressing the gold situation. He's just pumping out Lightcap from the stables instead. Not the most common Frank's approach I've seen, but we see him doubling up on TCs on stone as well. We'll be getting castles up maybe, and he's mining stone. Like now mining gold as well at this TC, so we'll be queuing more villagers to eventually be able to queue some more knights. Oh, light gap on the woodline of Cecerial here. That could be devastating. You don't simply fight off light cabbage. Oh, that's a reaction I haven't seen before. I'm not gonna give Big Lux these kills and boost his score. I'm gonna just delete all of my villagers instead because they're doomed anyway. I wonder if that was a misclick and if Cecerial wanted to delete the house or delete the houses and run away and just accidentally deleted the villagers instead. But look at the economy here! 9 villagers, 4 archers, that's all that Blues got here. But in all fairness, Yamon is not very much better off. He's still in the Dark Age, at least Blue is in feudal. And only 1 villager. What a game! I can't even grasp what's going on. There's 3 TCs for Big Lux in the purple. There's 2 for Hamidouche here, who is sending over the pikes to deal with these Gurdjara's cannons here. Some cover fire from the still dark HTC of the Sicilians playing Nubenstock here, and his teammate, enemy, I mean, not teammate, but enemy has dropped a tower here on the stone as well to deny some farming and to protect the stone income for, I guess, an eventual re-TCing or something from the Ethiopians. Or yeah, I don't even know why it's on stone. Maybe just for towers defense against aggression to prevent further TC drops if need be. Oh, this doesn't look pretty for Yamon over here. The orange player is losing villagers to some archers. Actually, Big Lux is here to clean up, so good pocket assistance from the purple player. Why, I literally had to offer 10 per person and delete if you don't win. What? You didn't have to delete. Why did you have to delete? Why? Oh, what if Big Lux finds those? What if he finds these villagers? That's the last remaining economy of Cecerial here. No, they're getting away. They're getting away. 9 villagers, that's all that Blue has left. That's all that Blue has left. He's going to, yeah, his teammate is flaring. He's probably going to re-TC in the back here to get some gold access and whatnot. Didi, mainly in Blue mode here, only 4 camels, but a healthy villager population. Look at the eco situation. Even with 2 players still in the Dark Age on the Nubenstock's team here, they are ahead. They're freaking 21 villagers ahead here. I don't believe it, but this TT is going to go down to Tony Montana's Hindustani's armies. There's not much Big Lux can do about this with the Knights, even though it has a slightly better upgrades once that +2 kicks in. It's not with the numbers to engage against this. So Nubenstock is farming away, places some farms over here, gets some assistance from DD as well against the pikemen, adding a scorpion, that's nice. So they are working together to keep Grey and Teal on their tiptoes here, not allowing them to counterattack. Some economy of Nubenstock over here as well, so all things considered, bringing in some unobstructed resources. Oh, that TC is gonna die, isn't it? Yabon can't barely even repair 129 wood in his fleeing. Is he gonna get away? Does he have any villagers other than those? What do we have here? Why is it so freaking hard to double click a villager group while they're moving? Come on! There we go. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Ah! Is Yabon gonna get defeated here? Ah! So 3 villagers! Oh, what's going on here? What's going on? One! All that Yabon has left here is 1 villager and 1 scout. He's killed 2 villagers this game, he's lost 34. And where the heck is even that villager? Look at the scouting as well, he barely knows anything. It's this game! And he's walling in that villager with lump cap. What a ham! In the meantime, Habidush is in with some knights in DD's economy. DD has some camels out though, but yeah, is it enough? +2/+2. Oh, they slung DD all of the geese here. How the heck can DD have DD have 19 geese here? That's bringing in a steady trickle of food, isn't it? But this is the hero of the game. This woman here. That's literally 1 villager. And then the scout is being left alone over here as well. I was focused forward. Oh, there's stuff happening forward as well from DD here. Some armies. But yeah, she did deal with the raids here. She did send some camels in. There are camels here still. But I don't think she has the numbers to engage. Except Habidush is missing that second attack, so I suppose the camels could engage here. Panic Castle coming up in the economy. But that should certainly limit the impact on further raids. DD is at 3 TCs, so she's going to replenish the villagers and get back at it nicely. Let's have a look at the food income here. That's the sick thing about this meal trickle here. She got big time flung from her teammates in terms of the extra geese. That's probably why that 1 orange goose was moving over to her side as well. They've been planning this all along. They've been planning to double dude from the flanks. They just don't care about that early food at all, because they're not going to need to go feudalage for a long time. They're just going to distract and delay, and then they have been doing that. Nubenstock somehow made it to feudalage here. Let's see if they have been slung some resources. Actually, yeah, barely. Yamon has received some to eventually rebuild, but Yamon is still at 1 villager. No TC, no problem. He's about to have the lowest idle TC time of all here because he doesn't have any. So I guess Yamon is hanging in there. Where is that villager? How's he doing? I said she, but that's a man. Or is it? No, it's a woman. Why is it a man icon? This is supposed to be a woman. Get your facts straight, Capture H. It's just a villager icon, obviously. Doesn't matter. So 198 to 205, Nubenstock's team, they're falling behind in the economy now, and no wonder. There's literally 1 villager left from Yamon to be defeated here. Imagine if Tony Montana's team find this 1 villager. They probably think that Yamon is defeated now, because the score is staying still. Except he doesn't have that line to his name. So so that means that he's still in it somehow. So maybe they spared him out of bad conscience as well from their crazy tactics on the sides here. But here we go. Frank's players, they're both dropping castles. Meg looks with 1 over here, and Hamidush with 1 close to the core economy. In the midst of all this farming economy, very healthy economy running here for the teal player. 97 villagers, but even more so from Big Lux with the 121 villagers here and close to the resources needed and the buildings needed. Go Imperial H. He already has. There's the Imperial H, and he's matching Habidush to it. Oh, castle dropping coming. Can DD and Nubenstock stop this? I do not remember if you won or not. Well, it doesn't look too great here, but you're keeping up in the economy somehow. Somehow you're matching the economy with the others. To be fair, blue is down to 21 villagers as well, but orange is at 1, so... I guess that castle stays up for a while, but there is an armored elephant here to at the very least force BTTTT here to repair the castle. Does he have stone to repair, actually? Yeah, he's still mining stone, so he's fine. But he's not committing to the repairs. Why are you fleeing? Elephant! Get back to work. Are you afraid of monks or what? Alright, how are we doing here? Still 16 minutes idle time for Yamon. Still one villager, but no idle time because no DC working. Big Lux keeping the knights safe here. It's somewhat matched by Habidush, but Habidush isn't queuing units at all. It's just queuing villagers. He's got the priority straight here. He needs to catch up with Miglux, who is to the point of overboom at this point with 140 villagers. He's been slinging a little bit to Yamon as well, so Yamon can get that DC rolling. Still in the Dark Age, mind you, at 43 minutes here. Yamon, and only with wood and some stone in the bank, so it's going to take Yamon a long time to get back into this. So is Nubenstock going to go for another douche here now? That's the question, because it's about to lose his DC. In the meantime, DD is being a good teammate here and placing a castle, protecting the remainders of Nubenstock's economy now. 36 villagers. No idle TC on time for Nubenstock either. No TC whatsoever. The Stani player dropping a castle as well could make Gulams if need be, if any ranged units sees the light of day around here, but they're with 2 strong cavalry pockets. I doubt we'll see that kind of unit coming in. DD with the castle means that you could also queue those chakram throwers against the pikemen of the Ethiopians. So not too bad to have a castle at the ready, and it's a good defensive point, defending some of Nubenstock's economy as well, who rebuilds the TC. That's gonna happen in no time, because now it's feudal age and Sicilians build the town centers 100% faster. So with this many villagers building it, that's just going to pop up in no time. More TCs for Big Lux. He's now at 152 villagers. In fact, he is population capped and is with 44 cavaliers. We'll probably easily be able to afford Paladin as well. Look at the resources here. So he's going to beat Tony Montana to the... No, Habidush, sorry. To the Paladins probably, unless... Ah, maybe not, actually. Paladin coming in first with Teal. Numbers somewhat matching. Where's Miglux's Paladin upgrade? Why isn't it queuing more? Why is it still queuing villagers? You're not Burgundians, man. You're Franks. They have similar architecture, but they don't have access to Flemish Revolution, so good luck with that. Oh, look at the raid potentially running into the Hindustani player's base. He's still in the Castle Age. 104 villagers, yes, but only Castle Age camels, which means that the Imperial Age Cavaliers here, they should easily be doing a lot of damage here. They could even take fights against the Castle Age camels, no problem. Great raiding efforts here from Big Lux, who certainly has the economy to replenish numbers here. He is going to lose some Cavaliers on the way to Paladin. But still, doing some decent damage here. We could go back to the EcoKD stats here, because Miglux will be getting lots of kills. Only lost 1 builder in this game, and now he's at 155, so he won't be... He would actually... Miglux would benefit from being raided at this point, because they had so many villagers. He doesn't need more villagers, he needs more army. More armored elephants here from Super BD, and the castle about complete as well, protecting Nubenstock, who might eventually make it to the Imperial Castle Age, while DD is at well on the way to the Imperial Age. I don't know what that question mark is about, but it's probably Blue wondering what the hell is going on with this game. Look at the situation here. Eco ahead for Nubenstock's team, largely thanks to Big Lux here. Big Lux, where are your Paladins? You may need to consider pulling some home, unless DD comes to your rescue. DD has 31 camels, but they are not Castle Age camels. But actually, Big Lux has some other villagers. It doesn't matter if Big Lux loses some villagers to raids now. That's actually benefiting the Big Lux, except for losing some gold that the villagers are carrying while mining over here. That's not ideal. Sending his own paladins in to clean up here. So Hamidush massively committed to the raids here now to deny some gold of Miglux. But Miglux has expanded, right? This is a bit gold over here. I don't know if Teal even knows that there's stuff going on over there. No, Teal hasn't been there since Dark Age, so there's definitely more gold for Miglux to take here from his former teammate's base, because why not? Another defensive castle as well, and Paladins back in the queue. Yeah. So let's see if we can check if Miglux has the Chivalry. Yeah, he has Chivalry. Does Teal have Chivalry? Actually, Teal does not have Chivalry, so Miglux produces Paladins 40% more quickly than Habidush here. What's going on over here? Are we getting ready to push? 3 Bumshaw Riders out of the mouths and the camels and DD as well. Where is the heavy camel upgrade? We're gonna need that one to deal with the Banks Paladins, as Habidush is splitting up everywhere. Shirivamsha's running into raid, I guess. They are probably among the fastest units in the game with Husbandry, 1.76 tiles movement rate. It's ridiculous, in fact. Yeah. Frank's Paladin's gonna go down here. Hamidush is low on gold, and is also queuing more Paladins. He has 62 Paladins, to be fair, but Miglux with Chivalry, he just needs to replenish some stables, and he has done so to pump out more Paladins. He could consider buying food at this stage to just pump out more Paladins, but he needs to queue military here. He needs to... Yeah, he doesn't need to get rid of builders anymore, but he definitely needs to produce more Paladins. He has Chivalry in 40% faster. He has 7 stables down here, but he's still queuing more inside home base as well. Why not just use the armies? Well... Okay, how's Orange doing here? It is 54 minutes, and Yamon is still in the Dark Age, but he is going for Feudal Age, isn't he? He is going to the Feudal Age. Just click Feudal Age. 10% all the way. And Tony Montana's team, they're not touching Orange because they basically think, yeah, he's dead, he's out of the game, he's not going to contribute anything. It's just a distraction. Big fight down here, Camel versus Camel. DD about to get heavy Camel, where it's Tony Montana just clicked up, so he still has a while to go to the Imperial Age. Going to lose lots of Camels here before the upgrade. Not the greatest fight for DD, but she's also replenishing the Camels here. And this castle should not be staying up for long, because there is siege weapons here to deal with that. Could easily use some trebuchets as well to get that one, take that one out. Some straight paladins still committing to some raiding efforts here. Miglux 108 villagers killed, 93 lost. And a huge paladin versus paladin fight in the middle here, with some help from the DD camels here as well. 20 more seconds and Orange is officially in the Feudal Age. After 56 minutes, 56.5 minutes Feudal Age. Can't say I've ever seen that before. But that's amazing. Made it to the Feudal Age. Saved one fucking villager, walled it in the woodland, and is still somehow in the game. Brilliant. Blue, however, is in the castle age with the Britons. Thankfully, Britons have 100 wood discount on the TCs. So when Cicero is working his way back into the game here, 20 more villagers than Yamon. As DD wants to drop a second forward castle somewhere here. It will need to deal with the crossbows first, though. And I guess some more shitty bomb shots would help DD's cause here, and then you could just dive in and deal deals here. We're sending your camels to Miglux's empty base. Oh. Yeah, I guess you are. More stables going up. Convincing equal lead, all things considered, for Nubenstock's team here. They're almost matching in military as well, so this game is still wide open. Could go in either direction. This is an ambitious castle from DD, but if you deal with the crossbows, I'd say you could still get that one up. And the elephants and tribe would easily deal with this DC, of course. It's a... No, Grey isn't still in the Feudal Age. Grey will definitely lose this TC to the tribe of DD over here. And she decided to place the castle a little bit further back, but is he... Nubenstock has been making shit tons of scouts in the meantime. It's a fantastic farming economy here, so easy to make Sicilian scouts since you're stuck in the village for a while anyway. And Sicilians, they have take less damage from pikemen, so they could just dive in here and clean up these few pikemen, and then DD could dive in with the heavy camels to clean up the cosmos. Or actually, why even send in the camels when the scout cab will do the trick over here? It's not going to be a cleanup, but it's going to be diminishing the numbers of crossbows, and they also can't seek refuge in TC because that TC has been trimmed down by these siege weapons over here. Big Lux sending in paladins to force Hamidush to react at home. But look at the eco situation here. Look at the raids. 213 villager kills for the purple player. Now dropping a monastery in the market as well. Maybe thinking about some relics for that extra gold trickle. But there's still gold to be taken in Yamon's old base. Yamon is slowly getting back there. Has the Saracen market to eventually buy the castle age as well, maybe. Third castle indeed is a castle cluster here. Only one pop. So no entrance here for Tony Montana's team, that's for sure. Yeah, Hamidush not on the offensive now, has left DD's and Big Lux's economy safe for quite a long while. Nubenstock in the castle age as well, could mine some stone and help drop some castles maybe with the Sicilians for some further fortified aggression for his team. But it's Miglux who is the MVP now, is finding the Britain's player. Britain's going Imperial Age at 29 builders, why? What's blue after here? What's that gonna give blue? He's got 4 crossbows. And imp into GG apparently. TL can't carry this alone with the Franks, and they both lost so many villagers to all of these guys. Look at the villagers lost for Team Tony Montana there. Macro just isn't on point, and somehow DD and friends close out this game and take it with 2 players almost in eternal Dark Age here. Ridiculous. Oh. Chivalry certainly helped Big Lux out here, and early Chivalry to produce paladins a lot faster than the other Frank's pocket, but they also had a more massively higher economy. Look at the military score of Big Lux here. He's the MVP for sure, but they all contributed their part. The flanks of Yamon and Nubenstock with their double douche on the sides to disallow the archers players of getting to the archer mass needed to dominate. Yeah, 468 277 KD from Big Lux. A good one as well. Placed some castles forward, could have easily added Shiravanchas and Chakram throwers if need be. And yeah, see the progression. And Big Lux with the superior economy for sure. Almost, yeah, 10,000 more resources than the other Frank's player. Fantastic though. 38 minutes fuel age, 56 minutes fuel age, that's some flank commitment to Dark Age right there, and some pure annoyance. That's like double licks on the sides from these guys. Yeah, GG, that was absolutely ridiculous.